What if I told you a 20-year-old college dropout conquered the entire known world in just 10 years? No tanks, no planes, just pure genius, unshakable courage, and an army that refused to lose. This is the story of how Alexander the Great became immortal. 334 BC. A young Macedonian king stands at the edge of Asia, staring across the Hellespont at the mightiest empire the world has ever seen, Persia. He's just 20 years old. His name? Alexander. Most kings inherit a throne and play it safe. Not Alexander. His father, Philip II, had just been assassinated, stabbed by his own bodyguard in a Macedonian blood feud. The kingdom was in chaos. Rivals plotted. Rebels rose up across Greece. What did Alexander do? He crushed them, brutally. When the ancient city of Thebes dared to rebel, Alexander didn't just defeat them, he erased them from existence. The entire city destroyed. Every citizen sold into slavery. The message was clear: don't test me. By spring 334 BC, Alexander was ready. With 40,000 men, he crossed into Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey, and immediately faced his first test. The Persian governors assembled at the Granicus River. 10,000 cavalry, thousands of Greek mercenaries. They waited behind the river, confident the Macedonians wouldn't dare attack. They were wrong. Alexander didn't wait for dawn. He didn't send scouts. He personally led a cavalry charge straight into the river. Arrows rained down, javelins flew, men and horses screamed. Then, in the chaos, a Persian noble charged Alexander and struck his helmet with a sword, shattering it. Another Persian raised his blade to kill the Macedonian king from behind. But Clytus the Black, one of Alexander's generals, cut off the Persian's arm mid-swing, saving Alexander's life. The Macedonian phalanx, 9,000 men wielding 18-foot spears, crossed the river and formed an unstoppable wall of iron. The Persians broke and ran. First victory. But the real challenge was coming. Alexander swept through Asia Minor, taking city after city. But then, something unexpected happened. King Darius III, ruler of the Persian Empire, had assembled a massive army. Some estimates put it at 100,000 men. His plan? Cut off Alexander's escape route and trap him against the mountains. It should have worked. But Alexander didn't panic. He saw the narrow battlefield, only 6 miles wide, and realized Darius had made a fatal mistake. In this tight space, numbers didn't matter as much. Alexander did what Alexander always did. He charged. Leading his elite companion cavalry, he smashed through the Persian lines, fighting his way directly toward Darius himself. And when the Persian king saw this mad Macedonian warrior king coming for him, he fled. His own bodyguards had to drag him away in his royal chariot while his army collapsed around him. Alexander captured Darius's entire family, his wife, mother, and children. But here's what separates Alexander from other conquerors. He treated them with honor and respect. This wasn't just about conquest anymore. Alexander wanted to be seen as Persia's rightful ruler, not just its destroyer. 331 BC, Darius assembled his largest army yet near modern-day Iraq. He chose flat, open ground perfect for his scythed chariots and massive cavalry forces. This was it, the battle that would decide everything. Alexander was outnumbered 2 to 1, but he had a plan. He deliberately moved his right wing outward, baiting the Persians to follow and weaken their center. It worked. When Alexander saw the gap, he struck like lightning, leading his companions straight at Darius. The Persian center shattered, and once again, Darius fled. Alexander entered Babylon in triumph, then Susa, then Persepolis, Persia's ceremonial capital, which he burned to the ground as revenge for Persia's invasion of Greece 150 years earlier. But Alexander didn't stop. He pushed into Afghanistan, into Pakistan, into India. He crossed deserts that killed thousands of his men. He fought mountain tribes. He defeated war elephants. For 10 years, he marched. For 10 years, he conquered. Until finally, at a river in India, his army, exhausted, homesick, terrified of rumors about massive Indian armies ahead, refused to go further. They mutinied. Even Alexander the Great couldn't conquer his own men's broken spirits. He turned back, and in 323 BC, in Babylon, while planning his next campaign, he developed a sudden fever. Days later, Alexander the Great was dead. He was just 32 years old. In one decade, this Macedonian king created an empire stretching from Greece to India, one of the largest in human history. Undefeated in battle, never conquered. The man who sliced the Gordian knot with his sword and declared himself the son of a god. Some called him a tyrant, others a visionary. But everyone, friend and enemy alike, called him one thing: Alexander the Great. His body was lost to history, his empire fractured into pieces. But his legend? That became immortal.